else, man. You know what I mean? Oh, what's good, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? We in the building down in Sports Talk, man. You know how we do. This RM Desk right here. Get at me on Twitter at RM Desk. I got my big homie, my big bro in the building with me tonight. MC Win Walker, live and direct from OKC. Y'all the Bears on assignment. She'll be with us tomorrow night, man. We're in the middle of a celebration, man. 1 year down in Sports Talk, man. We've been on it. Time flies when you're having fun. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and we definitely in the building doing what we do, man. I got Win Walker holding me down. Of course, his Lakers are doing their thing in the playoffs right now. I'm watching my Knicks right now against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the playoffs. The Cavs lead 28-24 with about 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. What's good, Win? What's good with you, Playboy?
Hey, you know what it is, man. You know, Los Angeles Lakers all the way, baby. Lake.
Yeah, I hear that.
Hey,
yes, sir. So what was your thoughts on game one? We're gonna jump right into it. What's your thoughts on game one?
Game one, the role players, they stepped up. I appreciate the role players. They showed that we are deep in depth. Memphis, I was going to say Minnesota. Reason Minnesota's on my mind, what happened. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, hey, I can't take nothing from John Morant. He tried. He gave it his everything. I'm sorry he got injured. You know what I'm saying? It was a good game. But I'm going to tell you, once Reeves and LeBron and AD and oh my God, let them come on. I was waiting to see my boy Thompson in there. I wanted to see him, let him get some play. He didn't get to get no play. I'm telling you, Lakers all the way. Watch out.
Yeah, man. I think, when you talk about the Lakers and you talk about the Memphis Grizzlies, for me, I'm thinking that the Lakers really wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Those moves that they made, at the deadline and stuff to get like the Beasleys and D'Angelo Russell and those guys, that definitely helped their cause. Again, I don't understand why people are so afraid of the Lakers. If they were healthy, they would do this, that, and the third. I don't get it. I really don't. No disrespect to them, but those teams in the West are no joke. Them teams the West is a beast, man. You know what I mean? Phoenix is dealing with what they're dealing with. Denver's dealing with what they're dealing with. But again, at the end of the day, it's not going to be easy for the Lakers. If they want to, make it to the, to the NBA Finals or whatever the case may be, they got to get past a Memphis team that's, without Steven Adams. They might be without Ja Morant. You know what I mean? But again, that team is not scared and it's not a slouch team. So what are you seeing as far as the rest of the series going? Well, as far as the Lakers and the Memphis.
This is what I see, little bro. Check this out. The juggernauts are playing each other. We got the Clippers against the Suns.
Right.
We got the Warriors against the Kings.
Right.
So that knocks out two of the juggernauts right there. That helps us.
Oh, I see where you going with it. I see where you going.
While two juggernauts are battling each other, they hurting each other. And that helps us too. Straight up. I'm not saying we the top of the West.
Right.
But as long as those Clippers and Suns are playing and Warriors and Kings are playing,
they beat each other. They beat each other up. Right.
Beat them up. We'll be fresh because we can run against little Memphis. They don't have Steven Adams. They might not have John Morant the next game. You know what I'm saying? Which is tomorrow. So, hey, we got a little easy road right now. And Denver is pulverizing. You see what I'm saying? That's why they the number one seed. They know what they're doing.
I think that when you talk about, the Lakers, they're going to do what they do and deal with what they have to deal with moving forward. The Kings and the Warriors, I said before the series even started, Golden State might go home down 0-2, and they're going home down 0-2. I think that the Sacramento Kings, nobody talk. I listen to all those guys that talk. Everybody that does the sports thing, I listen to them, and nobody seemed to mention Mike Brown. And I think Mike Brown is the common denominator between what goes on in Sacramento
Great
and what's
coach.
happening with Golden State. He was an assistant
Great
under Steve
coach.
Kerr, so he knows how those dudes move. Absolutely.
Great
And
coach.
again, he got his own thing going on in Sacramento, and I think he's definitely, his name should be on the Coach of the Year trophy already. You know what I mean? Sacramento is going to be a tough series. I don't think the Warriors are going to go down without a fight, but I think that when you talk about what happens in that series right there, just because the Golden State Warriors are the defending champs and they're coming in with the name cachet, the Steph Currys, the Clays, the Draymonds, you know what I mean? It's not going to be a walk in the park for them at all, and it's proven to be so. I think, Golden State, for all the 3-pointers that they make and, defensively they kind of slouch a little bit, and Sacramento takes advantage of that. In game 2, Draymond Green got into it with Domantas Sabonis. And I'm feeling like Sabonis is kind of like the weak link, man. I mean, he puts his numbers up, but I'm like that. He's like that dude that scored. You look at the box score, and you be like, Sabonis had 25 points. Like, when was that? You know what I mean?
When did it happen?
Yeah, when did that 25 happen? So again, I'm thinking that Draymond Green, man, he's got his name in the paper again for some unnecessary nonsense.
Stupid.
And they try to, and a lot of these sports talkers, man, they try to justify it and say, well, he tried to grab Draymond Green's ankle. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, he tried. I don't think he was trying to twist it. I don't know what he was doing.
He was protecting
Draymond did. What Draymond did.
You gonna grab whatever's close to try to protect yourself. He put his arm over his face. He was trying to protect himself. There's too many bodies following around.
But that's what you call what Draymond did. That's what you call getting stomped out.
Yeah, he intentionally.
Yes, absolutely,
intentionally.
So again, with Draymond's history, right? The precedent. I would be surprised if he doesn't get suspended. I would be surprised because there's precedent there.
At least
not that I want him to get suspended, but he does it to himself.
You stomped in his sternum. That's where your heart is, bro.
He stomped him in his David sternum.
Yeah, man. Play on words. I like that.
Absolutely, man. So again, man, this is what we do. This is down in Sports Talk right here. We in the building, man. You know what I mean? We got Win Walker in the house, absolutely holding down the fort. Talk a little bit about, what the Lakers need to do.
Wait. I don't mean to cut you off. I still want to stay on that Kings Warriors little.
Okay.
And since we don't talk just sports. We're going to talk about them kicking E40 out the game.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to get on that. Yeah.
They should have did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Them two dudes was heckling E40. He told the security guard, he grabbed him and told him and said, man, they heckling me. That's why I'm responding.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not being racist. But since he's a black man and there were 2 white men with money, he has to go. E40 supports the Warriors wholeheartedly, nonstop, win or lose. He's from Vallejo. It's right next to what? Right there. Next to Sacramento, San Francisco, Golden State. Come on, man. And to escort him out, they all should have been escorted out. Because they were saying stuff to him, throwing stuff at him. So, hey, it is what it is. Let's look at it. Steph Curry came in his defense. Draymond Green came in his defense. Klay Thompson came in his defense. And let's go to sportscasters that came in his defense. Your man from the Fab Five. You know who I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about? RM Death.
Jalen Rose, Chris Webber.
Jalen Rose.
Mm-hmm.
He stood up for him. Now, right is right. That takes me back to your Knicks. The way they done treated Spike Lee, and one of their own great players, Mr. Oakley.
Charles Oakley, right?
Y'all got to recognize who keeps the fire going under your franchise. You better recognize owners and teams.
As far as the situation with E40, man, I think that he does go hard for his Golden State Warriors. Sacramento fans, they've been waiting 16 years, to get back into a playoff situation. It gets heated, but again, a lot of times, some people take it over the line. You know what I mean? And again, if that was me or you, we probably would have did the same thing. But again, like you said, if they're going to kick him out, why can't you kick everybody out?
That's
so
right.
I get it. I saw the statement that E40 had put out in regards to that situation. And again, I don't know, who was right and who was wrong, but I know what I saw, and it didn't look right. So again, Sacramento, I get it. Their fan base is crazy, literally. You know what I mean? And again, they do what they do. I'm not, casting no aspersions on nobody or nothing like that. But I think that, E40 kind of got the short end of the deal on that. You know what I mean? Again, I'm thinking that maybe, again, I get it. I get it. Because again, if that was me, I probably would have did the same thing. Right? Not thinking that they have to come to my building.
Right.
Game 3, 4, and 5, and then I can just really, get it cracking. Because I'm interested in seeing, because I know E40 is going to be there. Right. So I'm interested in seeing how that, how that situation with the Sacramento fans, because they're going to be in the building as well. So now It's going to be like, now I'm on my home floor. I can say and do what I want and not worried about getting kicked out the building. Again, with Spike Lee, that's funny because, again, E40 was he was in enemy territory. Spike Lee was at home territory and couldn't get in the building.
At the MSG.
At Madison Square Garden, 34th and 7th in Manhattan. You know what I mean?
MSG.
And Charles Oakley, his situation in regards to him just, basically just telling the truth. And the owner, James Dolan, he don't want nobody saying nothing negative about the Knicks. But you're the reason why people are saying negative stuff about the Knicks. So, again, he got his securities. And the way I heard it, from my man, he was like, the securities, they really want to even get at Charles Oakley. But again, they got a job to do. You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, man, this stuff with the fans, and you saw what the guy was doing with Russell Westbrook.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna come to a situation, man. And I hate to say it, but I keep it as real as possible. Something's going to happen where it's going to be an interaction between a fan and a player, and it's not going to end good.
Yeah, it's going to be
that's when the rubber is going to meet the road. That's when it's going to be like, well, something's going to be done. What are you going to do? Because everybody's in close proximity. Go ahead.
It's going to be another Ron Artest in Indiana.
But this time it's going to be with the fans, right? Absolutely. So again, what do? You know what I mean? Nobody's saying you can't, cheer for your team and root for your team and stuff like that. Because, man, listen, sitting at Yankee Stadium in Section 203, they used to throw batteries at Ken Griffey Jr., right? Like Duracell joints. They would throw them at Ken Griffey Jr. So, again, fans be wilding. But, again, when it comes face-to-face with them, it's another situation. Again, man, I'm interested in seeing how these playoffs are going to mark. We got a lot of injuries. John Morant, you mentioned. Giannis Antetokounmpo with his back. So, again, man, it's really going to be hard to see how these things are going to work out with these star players, man, getting injured in crucial times. This is not the regular season no more. You know what I mean? It's the playoffs. So everybody, has to be, ready to play, injuries or not. Quick score update. The Cavaliers lead the New York Knicks 38-28, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Yeah, man. So, again, E40, again, shout out to the big homie. You know what I mean? Respect due all the time, But, again, you're in enemy territory, B. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, now they got the battery they got, Sacramento, because, again, they're up 2-0. And getting to and keeping it on the game, I think Golden State has to worry about the turnovers, They got to worry about the speed of Sacramento. Sacramento's coming at them. Malik Monk,
turnovers.
Aaron Fox,
turnovers that game.
Bonus. Those guys are coming at Golden State. They've been through these wars before, but they look kind of tired. Even Andrew Wiggins was trying to do what he do. You know what I mean? But he's just getting his feet up under him. So again, I'm looking for Golden State. I'm looking for the referees. I'm looking for Golden State, and I'm looking for the situation to get a little bit closer before it gets out of hand. As far as the Knicks are concerned, that's going to be a long series with the Cavaliers, man. Right now they're down by 12. They're not showing that same effort. I think Cleveland realizes what they need to do. Again, Julius Randle taking the shot right now, hits a three. Nice three-pointer he hit right there just now. I'm looking forward to the Knicks as long as they're being strong, man. You know what I mean? We needed to get in Cleveland, and we got that. We got that in Cleveland. We got one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we get two, that'd be great. But go ahead.
What I like about Randall, he came to play.
I hope so, man. He owes us a series. He owes us a playoff series. Absolutely.
You always said that. You said that.
I'm gonna say it again. He owes us a playoff series. So
right.
he's one of the Knicks that really got to be on point. But I'm thinking that in game one, the bench, Obi Toppin, Hartenstein,
Toppin showed up.
You know what I mean? The only guy who really didn't do his numbers was R.J. Barrett.
Well, Barrett got a good steal at a crucial time.
I mean, he played, but he didn't really contribute as far as the point score. I think he was like 0 for 5. You know what I mean? So and again, look at Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley's playing better now. So I think that this is going to be a long series with the Knicks in Cleveland. Talk about the other Western Conference series. You talk about Denver a little bit. What do you think, Denver? You think Denver's going to coast into the second round? The Denver Nuggets? Uh-oh.
Bring out the broom.
Uh-oh.
Minnesota shouldn't even be there. I'm just keeping it real. They shouldn't even be there.
Well, I mean, they earned their spot. This is what they earned. They earned that, so this is what they get. As far as the other Eastern Conference series, you got the Miami Heat. They gave it to Milwaukee.
Man.
Yeah, so
Butler. Come on, Butler. Show out, Butler.
Yeah.
That's why they pulled him there. Come on, Butler. You showing you a top-tier player. You need your own team.
Yeah, man. And the Boston Celtics against the Atlanta Hawks, that's another team that really shouldn't be there, but they're there.
Bring out the broom.
Boston needs a workout before they go on to the second round. Yeah. And the Philadelphia 76ers against the Brooklyn Nets.
Bring out the broom.
Listen,
bring out the broom.
It is what it is right now, man. It is what it is right now.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. We in the building, man. Myself and my big brother, MC Windwalker, in the house. What we do down in Sports Talk, man. If you like what we do, you could contribute, make an offering. Cash App, you know what I mean? $ left-handed. That's what we do. Try to keep the lights on over here. If you like this, appreciate this sports talk that we give y'all. We're not giving it to you like you hear it every morning. With these cats, we gurgitating the same stories. You know what I mean? We giving it to you like if we was just on the block chopping it up, but we know what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Yes, there's a big fight coming up this weekend.
Somebody give me a tank. Somebody get me a tank.
And again, now they added a little bit more spice into the situation where it may be a winner-take-all scenario.
I put my purse against your purse.
And now, yeah, that's right. If you want to see money where your mouth is, Floyd Mayweather never put up his whole purse for a fight in a winner take all.
Not once. Not
you know what I mean? And again, this is definitely the new generation, man. They talk it and like they walk it. And again, Tank Davis, he's already admitted. Now we're a little bit over, 2 or 3 days away from the fight. It's going to be very exciting. The atmosphere is going to be crazy in Las Vegas.
Sir.
I think that, Tank, he's used to, the pay-per-view scenarios, the big crowds, the lights and the build-up and stuff like that. Friday is going to be very interesting. The
Yes,
weigh-in
sir.
is going to be very, very interesting on Friday, right? When we see, how that dehydration clause and how all of that is going to affect Ryan Garcia. I think
Yes,
Tank is going to
sir.
be set. Tank is going to be ready to do what he does, and the extra spice on it now. It's extra spice on this thing now. It makes it even more interesting.
Put the
Winner
gumbo
take all.
on it.
Winner, and I saw the IG live. I saw it. When
Yes, sir.
he asked Ryan Garcia, he said, yo, everything, winner take all, you put up your purse? And Ryan Garcia said, yeah. He said, I'm going to get Al Heyman on the phone right now. And Tank was calling Al Heyman, so they got to deal with all of that scenario. But for me,
right.
It's just like whoever wins the fight, I'll just come over to your locker room and come get your check.
Hey, put your money where your mouth is.
The money where your mouth is. That's what this definitely turned into,
Real talk, man.
Winner take all. It's a whole new spin on this thing now, man.
Real talk.
Very, very interested to see how this is going to go. And again, I'm surprised that the commission is going to let this rock. You know what I mean? But again, they didn't say it. He said it. So if that's what he want to do, that's his money. He can do whatever he want to do with it.
He got enough money.
He got enough money. You know what I mean? So again, I'm thinking that, Tank, he's going to have to definitely, get off to a little quicker start. He usually tries to, fill you out the first 2 or 3 rounds, but he doesn't have time to do that in this fight. I don't want him to try to just go crazy in the first round because again, the onus is going to be on Ryan Garcia, right? He's talking about what he's going to do. He's going to make short work out of Tank. And Tank, everybody he's been in the ring with is bigger than him. And he's exploited them from Garcia, from the other Garcia dude to Riley Romero, you know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz. Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I mean, that to me, I watched that fight yesterday. I looked at it yesterday. And Leo Santa Cruz, I ain't gonna front. Leo Santa Cruz was giving Ryan Tank Davis the business.
Yes, he was.
He was giving Tank the business.
He could have.
But again, at the end of the day, you get to that 6th round against Tank Davis, and it's lights out, baby. It's lights out.
For that knockout punch.
He coming. Yeah, he's for that.
You don't want to go 12.
Right.
That's Tank's thing. I'm not going 12.
He's putting together what his game plan. He's actually formulating his game plan. Knicks are down by 20 right now. Yeah, they're down by 20. He's putting his game plan together. In my, 5th or 6th round, where he starts to tap that body, and then you got to protect those ribs. And once you put your hands down, now he's going back upstairs. You know what I mean? So again, it's going to be very interesting to see how Tank keeps Ryan Garcia away from him, because Ryan Garcia talks about the left hook. And again, if Tank could get inside of that, which I know he will, and I'm thinking that Tank can take Ryan Garcia's punch, but can Ryan Garcia take Tank's punch? That's the question.
See, Ryan Garcia, he's a speed fighter. He hits you a lot of times trying to get points. He's not really a knockout. He done knocked out a few people, but he's not a knockout artist like Tank. Tank is a knockout artist. He gonna exploit you. He gonna keep driving until he see that little. All he needs is that little bit of light. He gonna look for that little bit of light, and here it comes. Bah!
Right. It's going to be very interesting to see, man. And again, I'm thinking, hopefully that this will get a lot of other fighters to step their game up. Will you say 4 rounds? 4. You give them 4 rounds? I'm going to say 6 because that seems to be the magic number. I give them 6 rounds.
I give them 4.
Okay. We got, fighters out there, still, we're still waiting for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, to do what they need to do, put their name on the dotted line. I hope that doesn't turn into
November.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't turn into a situation like we had with Wilder and Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? God. And they're supposed to be fighting now. Wilder and who cares about that?
Yeah.
That fight
you already showed yourself.
The shelf life for that fight is over with, man. Nobody wants to see that. That could have been a big one. But they decided to try to wait and be greedy, and this is what you got. So again, I mean, it's supposed to be going on in Saudi Arabia, and they're supposed to be putting up like $400 million for to get this event popping. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Get your bag.
Yeah, get your bag. But I'm just thinking that, man, it could have been a whole sweeter situation had this fight taken place 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
They went the Pacquiao and Mayweather route. You know what I mean? They waited and waited and waited. You know what I mean? And like 5 years after, then these guys want to fight. The Knicks are down 59-39 at halftime. All right, so they're gonna probably go back to New York, Game 3, even up, which is, this is gonna be a long series. Nobody said the Knicks are gonna be, up 2-0, nothing like that. I mean, shout out to my man CP, the franchise who's out there in Cleveland, all right, doing what he do. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a serious situation on Saturday night in Las Vegas with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I wish Yada Bear was here, but she's in the building. She's always in the building. But she's on a mission right now. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, not Philly. Oh, my God. Not Yada Bear.
Jalen Hurts. I bet
Jalen.
If you ask the average football fan right now, today, right this second, who is the highest paid football player in NFL history? They probably say Patrick Mahomes. They would be dead wrong. It's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. 5 years,
$5 million, 179 guarantee. And we were talking about it behind the scenes earlier. What does that and how does that affect the contracts of, like you say, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow? You know what I mean? These guys are going to have deals coming up.
Go to Baltimore. You forgot about Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson, absolutely. How do you think that's going to affect those guys in their situations?
Oh, it's going to hurt them. Jalen Hurt just hurt him. He hurt him for real.
Right.
He hurt him.
Right.
And with the female
his whole crew, absolutely.
Agent.
Absolutely.
Female.
And making the Drew Rosenhauses of the world look kind of crazy out here, right?
Real talk.
It's making those agents look kind of crazy out here. You have, a black female doing what she's doing, putting together that situation for him. And the breakdown of the contracts is crazy. So because it's not going to hurt the Eagles and their what's the word I'm looking for? Their cap space.
Their cap space.
It's not going to hurt them in their cap space. I looked at the breakdown in the contract, and it's favorable. Go ahead.
It's favorable for Jalen. No trade.
It's favorable for the Eagles too.
No trade. We ain't talking about the money. He got a no trade clause.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but I'm saying y'all can trade me if you try.
And again, shout out to the Eagles, man. And again, they have a history of, with black quarterbacks and Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick. What I mean? So again, shout out to them. They did their numbers. But again, I think the proof in the pudding with Jalen Hurts' deal is that he's been in the Super Bowl. He scored touchdowns in the Super Bowl. These other guys, outside of Patrick Mahomes, they have yet to even, scratch the surface of a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, he was in the Super Bowl and he lost.
Blowed out.
You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson hasn't seen, he hasn't seen the end of the season in 2 years. He's been hurt. You know what I mean? So with Jalen Hurts, he was like, he bet on himself. He didn't need $230 million like Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? And it still ended up being the highest paid player in history. I'm curious to see what people think about that. Hit us up on Facebook. Down in Sports Talk is the name of the page on Facebook. You can hit us up. Let us know what you think in regards to Jalen Hurts and his $255 million deal. Go ahead.
I got one. I want to take a moment of silence right now since we're still in the NFL. Send a shout out to Chris Smith's family right now. He died today at the age of 31.
Yeah, I heard about that. Respect. So, all right, let's get a moment of silence for the family. All right.
Sending prayers and blessings to you and the family.
Respect.
Straight up. 31 years old.
Yeah. It's sad, man. Yeah. A baby in this, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I mean, it's still going down, man. It still happens, man. And again, it's always sad when things of that nature happens, man. But it's what it is. Down in Sports Talk, we in the building, man. We in the middle of celebrating 1 year of talking how we talk and doing what we do and kicking it like we kick it. That's why we hitting you out with the double dosages. You know what I mean? We were supposed to have a guest on tonight, but Keith Avalon from Play.com will be on next week.
No, he said, look.
Yes,
Keith will be on next.
Yes,
Keith
sir.
will be on next week. You wilding. I can't. You wilding right now, but yeah. Keith Avalon will be on next week from PlayGames.com. He'll be in the building with us. But yeah, man, we've been rocking for a year, man. It's been a year, and we have fun, and we make it to do what it do. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead.
One whole year. 365. Yeah, that's something to be proud of, bro.
Yeah, man. You know how we do it, man. We try to, make it happen, man. And Yada Bear is a big part of that, man.
That's right.
Yeah, because she got her weight up, man. The homie Star be looking for her, man, and she got a little fan base going on, man. So salute to what's going on out there. And again, man, we've been doing it for a year. And yeah, salute, absolutely. And this is what we do. We talk about all sports, man. You know what I mean? And I'm about to get busy right now. Let me live right now for a second talking about the NHL playoffs. The New York Rangers, New York is hot right now in the playoffs. You got the Rangers and the Devils playing right now. You got the New York Knicks playing right now in the playoffs. You got the Brooklyn Nets playing right now in the playoffs, man. So New York is hot right now as far as the postseason is concerned. It's a beautiful thing to see that. You just like to see your teams, man, represent and play when the money's on the line, man. You know what I mean? As far as the NHL, the Stanley Cup playoffs are concerned, the Boston Bruins, they had the record for the most regular season wins. I think it was 64 wins, the most points, 135 points. But usually when it comes to the hockey, the Stanley Cup playoffs, that you throw that out the window. The last team I think to win the cup after winning the President's Trophy was the Chicago Blackhawks, and that was over a decade ago. So again, just because you win the President's Trophy, which means you had the most points out of anybody in the season, that doesn't guarantee you a Stanley Cup. I remember Tampa Bay; it was running through everybody in the regular season. It got beat in the first round by the Columbus Blue Jackets. So again, the Boston Bruins, when you look at them, they've dealt with injury situations in the beginning of the year. I think if you want to, look at the Bruins, you look at their first 40 games. They dealt with, Pasternak being hurt. A couple of other guys. What's my man? Charlie. His name is escaping me right now, but his first name is Charlie. He was injured. You know what I mean? Their goaltender, Linus Ullmark. You know what I mean? He might end up getting the Vezina Trophy as the best goaltender, and the Conn Smythe as the MVP of the playoffs. So again, I'm liking what's going on, and everybody's jumping on the Edmonton Oilers bandwagon. I'm not mad at that. Shout out to Connor McDavid, but Connor McDavid is not Wayne Gretzky. Connor McDavid is not Mark Messier.
The Oilers.
Connor McDavid is not Gary Curry.
They lost to the Kings yesterday.
Yeah, they lost to the Los Angeles Kings. Absolutely.
4-3.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. So again, anything can happen in these playoffs. And again, if you're rooting for a team, and just because they had a great regular season, you better be right. You better know what you're talking about.
Hey,
you better know what you're talking about, man.
A lot of people don't understand when them line shifts and the penalty box and all that plays in. And if you're tired, if you had a hard season, all that plays in.
That's right.
Hockey is one of the most physical sports next to football.
That's right.
So, hey, it's unique. You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that they got to do it on skates, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I roller skate all day long, but I'm not putting on no ice skates for nobody. I'm not doing it. I roller skate all day, backwards, frontwards, sideways. I get my boogie on, but I do not ice skate.
You got to use a stick to hit a puck,
and you got to use a stick to hit a puck. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Word up. So what's going on in your side of the world, man? What's happening out there in OKC? What's going on with you?
Oh man, they had 3:00 in the morning. They waited on the Thunder to come back here after they lost to the Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Gave them a big hello and a parade. I don't understand why you give people parade that lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Hey, I know
Listen,
you love your team, but we don't give you no congratulations.
I
Me
think
being from Long Beach, California originally, but living here.
Oklahoma City is creeping on the come up, yo.
Yeah.
They got a
They might
lot of young dudes. Shea Gilgis Alexander, you know what I mean? And then they still got Chet Holmgren sitting on the bench. And he ain't seen no time in a minute.
right.
Right. You know what I mean? So again, Oklahoma City got some things, man. They're gonna be the next team, you know, on the come up as far as the Western Conference is concerned. You know, you're not gonna worry about Utah. You're not gonna worry about San Antonio. You're not gonna worry about the Oklahoma City is the team that you better watch out for as far as the West is concerned, man. Word up.
Hey, fact. No Texas team made the playoffs.
Mm.
No Texas team. You got
Houston
4 Texas
Rockets,
teams.
Dallas Mavericks, San
San
Antonio.
Antonio Spurs.
And who else am I leaving out? It's Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and who else?
It's somebody else. It's one more.
It's Houston.
I know it's 4.
Dallas. Come on, man. You're supposed to be helping me out here. You brought it up. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio,
and
Houston, Dallas. Fuck. Yada Bear. We need, you know what I mean? Yeah. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and it's one more, right?
Yeah, it's one more. Who knows? Who cares? They didn't make it.
You know, something that you have on mind
Well, that's what it is. Well, better luck next year. We're gonna talk baseball now.
It'll come to me.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk baseball now. MLB chop up, man. The Yankees getting it on with the
Yankees.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and they billing it as Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. You know, I see it, but then again, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Judge is gonna, do what he does. And if Ohtani's pitching in the series, then I get it. You know what I mean? But they're not out there by themselves. So far, as far as with the Yankees are concerned, man, they lost their first series of the season, or they split with the Minnesota Twins. You know what I mean? I mean, Garrett Cole is pitching like Garrett Cole was supposed to pitch when he signed that $300 million deal. All right, he's not giving up. Yeah, I'm saying he's not giving up a lot of home runs. You know what I mean? He pitched a complete game shutout the other day.
Yes, he did.
So again, Garrett Cole is doing his numbers right now, and let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. At this point of the season, a week ago they were undefeated. They're going for the record and this and that, and they lost like two or three games in a row. So again, life comes at you fast, and again, when you talk about the Tampa Bay Rays, it's going to be a long season. That division is going to be crazy. The Baltimore Orioles ain't no joke. The Toronto Blue Jays ain't no joke. And the Boston Red Sox, they're going to have to play spoiler this year. Okay? Shout out to the people up there in Boston. They had the Boston Marathon the other day. They ran that. Salute to them. And I think that's something that's dope that Boston does. It's kind of unique. Okay? On the day of the Boston Marathon, the Red Sox, they have a game, and it starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I think that's kind of dope. Right. That's something that's kind of dope. They was playing the Angels, right?
Yeah, and what it is, you'll keep that same fan base from the Boston Marathon. You get that all that's going on.
Yeah. I mean, Boston got it. They got it popping up there for that particular day. Because you got the marathon, you got the Red Sox, you got the Boston Celtics doing their thing in the playoffs. You got the Boston Bruins doing their thing in the playoffs. So yeah, man. Boston is hot. Absolutely. And as you notice,
Right,
I'm
right.
not upset or jumping out the window or being, kicking myself or smashing the TV because the Knicks are down by 20 at halftime. This is what you expect in a long series. The Cleveland Cavaliers had to, stand up and represent for themselves, and that's what they're doing. All right. So again, the Knicks are down by 20 at halftime. Okay. Now what? You come to New York and let's get it cracking. You come to New York and we're gonna see what it is.
It
So
is what
again,
it
man,
is.
we in the building. Myself, Windwalker's in the house, holding it down. Yada Bear doing what she do. Salute to Yada. You know what I mean? And this is down in Sports Talk, man. You know what I mean? Holding it down, giving you a little double dosage. We got you on Tuesday. We're gonna have you on Wednesday too. So right here tomorrow
Yes,
night, we're
sir.
gonna be in the building. Myself, Yada Bear, MC Windwalker. You know what I mean? I sent him some music today.
Oh
You know
my
what I
God.
mean? And yeah, yeah, yeah,
We got that
yeah.
heat.
So yeah, we do what we do over here on this side of the earth, man. But I'm trying to get out there, man, so I
Hey,
can,
can
do
I
a
get a
show,
little
man.
snippet? Can I get a little
Huh?
snippet? I just want a little snippet. A little snippet, a little snip. A little snip,
Yeah,
snip.
man.
Can we get a little
Absolutely, man.
man? Because right now, my Yankees, they're down 0-2 to the Angels in the first. I don't like that. But, we're just gonna keep them right there. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna leave that. You're gonna leave it right. You're gonna leave that right there.
Too. We're gonna leave them right there. We're gonna leave them right there at 2 and probably score about 11.
Yeah, man, definitely. The score right now, the Angels and the Yankees. It's another situation. The Angels lead the Yankees 5-2, top of the sixth inning. At the stadium, making it do what it left-handed, holding it down, man. Making it do what it do. We got the 3-minute rant. I want to talk about real quick, just sports in general. What time of the year is the best time of the year? Is it, around this time, late spring, early summer, where you got, the NBA playoffs popping off, you got the Stanley Cup playoffs, doing what they do? Is it like October, September, you got the football season and things of that nature? Let us know what you think. All right. For me personally, the best part of the year is football season going into like September, October, where you got the end of the baseball season, you got the playoffs, right? Football season is getting in full swing. And you got the playoffs in baseball, the World Series, basketball is in, kind of in training camp and things of that nature. So again, to me, that's the best part of the year as far as sports is concerned. Let us know what you think. We get ready to get up out of here. I just wanted to do a little short joint, but we're going to hit you with the flavors tomorrow night. We got Windwalker in the house. He popped out. Now he's back in the house. Yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. We're going to, shut it down. You know what I mean? Make it do what it do. We'll be back
I had a
tomorrow.
little technical difficulty, but I'm back.
Don't worry about it.
So,
Don't worry about
hey,
it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We're
We're going to be in the building tomorrow night. Myself, Windwalker, Yada Bear. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I just want to send a shout out again to the New York Yankees. Do your thing, boys. Do your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So tomorrow night we'll be in the building. Myself, Yada Bear, Windwalker. All right, making it do what it do. We're still celebrating. It's a 1-year anniversary of Down in Sports Talk. Get at me, man. I'm on Twitter at RM Dash. You see it right there. All right, left-handed in the building. Get us on Facebook. All right, Down in Sports Talk is the name of the page. If you like what we're doing, smash and hit that like and subscribe button. All right, Down in Sports Talk is the name of the page on YouTube. All right, we live on StreamYard. We live on Facebook. If you like it, holler at us. Let us know what you think. Windwalker, don't go nowhere. We're about to get up out of here, man. All right, salute. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. All right, tomorrow night is going down. We're in the building. Oh, we got some comments in the building. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yo, what's happening? What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good with you? What's good with you? All right. Rock out with us tomorrow night. We're in the building, making it do what it do. Down in Sports Talk, man. And I'm going to say peace. And Windwalker, don't go nowhere. All right? We out. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow night.
Hey.
Peace.